Jeep is a brand that is extremely well known for its lifestyle associations. This is the type of vehicle that you're going to get if you don't want too big and too uneconomical a vehicle. The lifestyle car is something that a lot of people aspire to. Now, the only thing about this is that it's very suited to country lanes in the winter in Ireland, people trying to access their homes, get in and out easily, and then maybe they have a short commute to work or the shops. You go to the beach quite a lot, such as we are here today. This is going to be good enough just for that. Now, there isn't a huge amount of space in it. I probably could do with pushing it up a couple of notches in the front. Wouldn't be so bad for a trip to the beach. Hard wearing materials here for those kick plate moments where kids love to get in, and these easy clean seats as well. So the materials are pretty up to spec for what you'd expect of a car like this. Again, small compact SUV is what we're going for here. However, it is a little bit more expensive than we would like. The all-wheel drive is limited up to 30 kilometers an hour. It's got front-wheel drive motors, rear-wheel drive motors. All-wheel drive is limited up to 30 kilometers an hour. After that, it's front-wheel drive all the way using the 1.2 litre 3-cylinder petrol engine. It doesn't do off-roading in the biggest and meanest sense of the word, but it does a handy job of those country lanes. You do have a towing hook that's permanently in place, so this is bound to get smacked off anything that you have in your garden if you have a tight parking space, or maybe it'll be good for parking spaces where your neighbours like to get a little bit too cosy. It's a lot more expensive, say, than the Vitara would be, but it's going for a different audience. This is for very much the lifestyle audiences that want to have a little bit of bling with their car. The Vitara are the safe and sensible audience. So it's a little bit higher off the road for your off-roading capabilities. You've got extra cladding here, and there's some extra protection just underneath, and you've got the extra cladding on the front bumper there now as well. It's only a 1.2 litre engine, 3 cylinders, and it gets around 130 horsepower, just over that. So the exterior styling says lifestyle, and I can take a few knocks here and here. You've got Jeep detailing, Avenger detailing, as well as topography on the bonnet and on the interior as well. You've also got all these little adventure explorers and the usual little Jeep Easter eggs. While the Avenger is also available as a fully electric model, the new 4xe variant adds a petrol hybrid system with efficiency without sacrificing all-weather traction or capability. Jeep positions the 4xe as the most versatile Avenger yet, pairing a turbocharged petrol engine with dual electric motors and standard all-wheel drive, which in itself is an unusual offering in the small SUV class, and one that gives it a clear point of difference against rivals like the Renault Captur Hybrid, Ford's Puma Hybrid and the Toyota Yaris Cross. On Irish roads, it promises low-speed electric running for urban commutes and off-road performance on rural routes where its raised ride height and grippy drivetrain compete with the likes of the Suzuki Vitara. Inside, Jeep has focused on practicality and tech with a clean, modern cabin, intuitive infotainment system and useful storage. While it's electrified, yes, in a market where crossovers are often more cute than capable, the 4xe feels like Jeep reminding everyone that it still knows how to build a mountain goat. It slots in above the standard petrol and EV versions with prices starting just under €40,000 for the Upland and just under €43,000 for the Overland. Topping out is the €48,000 for the North Face Special Edition. The start of the petrol and hybrid lineup actually begins at just under €30,000, and this means it's competing against the Ford Puma Hybrid, Suzuki's Vitara and the Toyota Yaris Cross all-wheel drive, though only one of these can match the Jeep's dual-motor all-terrain ability. Under the bonnet, it's powered by a 1.2 litre turbocharged petrol engine paired with a 48-volt hybrid system and dual electric motors, one on each axle, delivering a combined 136 horsepower. It's not a fire breather, but the torque fill from the electric motors gives the Avenger a punchier, more elastic feel than the numbers would have you believe. The hybrid system gives you short bursts of electric-only driving for about 2 to 3 kilometres, but the real benefit is efficiency and traction rather than EV commuting. Jeep has fitted the 4xe with selectable terrain modes. So you've got auto, sport, snow, sand and mud. The rear electric motor engages instantly when slip is detected, and the system's ability to shuffle torque between axles means the Avenger can handle wet grass, gravel tracks and muddy inclines that most compact crossovers can't. Ground clearance is a respectable 210mm, and approach departure angles are genuinely off-roader friendly. It's not a Wrangler, but it's far more capable than its size suggests. On Irish roads, the Avenger feels tidy and composed. The hybrid system smooths out low-speed hesitations, and the steering is light and accurate, which means it's easy to thread through tight city streets. The driving style is firmer than the EV version thanks to the extra drivetrain hardware, but never harsh. Motorway refinement is good, though the small engine can sound strained under heavy acceleration. Inside, Jeep has kept things functional but modern. The cabin is surprisingly roomy for a compact SUV. Front passengers get plenty of headroom, and the rear bench can comfortably accommodate 2 adults. A third will make it tight though. Boot space is decent at 380 litres, expanding to 1,250 litres with the seats folded. There are plenty of cubbies, including a deep centre storage bin and a clever dashboard shelf that runs the width of the cabin. The infotainment system is crisp, colourful and straightforward. Jeep hasn't overcomplicated the menus, and both Apple CarPlay and Android Auto run wirelessly. Sometimes there's occasional lag and it's a little slow to start up on colder mornings, but day to day it's easy to get to grips with. Physical climate controls mean it's far easier to adjust temperature on the move than in many touchscreen obsessed rivals. The compact size and genuinely useful all-wheel drive system are highlights, as well as the punchy hybrid performance. Lifestyle buyers will like its rugged styling in a segment dominated by soft-edged designs. However, the driving style is firm over potholed rural roads. The hybrid-only range is very small, and that real-world fuel economy can dip if the battery isn't kept topped up and the rear visibility is compromised by the thick C-pillars. Jeep is a niche player here, but one with a loyal following. Irish buyers tend to gravitate towards Toyota, Peugeot and Kia for small SUVs, but Jeep's brand carries a lifestyle charm. The Avenger 4xe gives something Jeep hasn't had in years. It's the only car in its class that feels equally at home on a Wicklow trail as it does in a shopping centre car park. The Avenger isn't perfect, no small SUV is, but it's characterful, capable and refreshingly honest about what it wants to be.